the Dharma Sangha. Then, on the basis of that, generate altruistic motivation accordingly as taught in the Lamrim, in order to make our life most meaningful, and especially this very session to be most beneficial. Sangye Chedanzo Ye Janama Janju Badu Dani Jasunche Daji Shishe Jebe Sonamai Dola Benje Sangye Drubarai Jo Sangye Chedanzo Ye Janama Janju Badu Dani Jasunche Daji Shishe Jebe Sonamai Dola Benje Sangye Drubarai Jo Sangye Chedan Zoye Shonama Chanchu Badu Dani Jasunche Daye Shishe Jebe Sonamaji Dola Benje Sangye Drubarai Jo Kange Duzene Zone Dawadam Jebambe Jire Tambe Jene Den Zebe Godam De La Chase Lo Toni Niji Sundo Jube Lama Seje Seje Kanje De Duke Chana Bemo De Zeja Soa Debzo Daji Jinje Oh yeah, thank you. So just like last session, we dedicate a few minutes collectively practice Medicine Buddha mantra with sincere dedications of prayers and merit for the swift recovery and long life and the good health of His Holiness and all the spiritual gurus, and for the well-being of yourself, your family members, and the rest of the sentient beings, in particularly in the southern world at this very time. So there are a lot of people going through difficulties to be overcome. So we do this practice on the basis of constructing, our energy, especially the mental, the aspirational energy, by remembering the immeasurable kindness of His Holiness to the entire numberless sentient beings, and particularly the beings and the people of the southern world, and especially those of the human of the southern world who aspire for peace, for enlightenment, who aspire to live a life just like the Bodhisattva Charisi, and in particularly to each and every one of us. Even the fortune, meritorious fortune for us to have the unbroken, the lineage of the Dharma, the complete Sutra and Tantra, which is also with the nearing lineage directly through His Holiness to each and every one of us, which very much receive the benefit of directly receiving the Dharma lineage from Charisi himself. the compassionate Buddha himself, and having the nearing lineage and the complete transmission of the Dharma. That we all have, like such as very much all of us, have received vows, like such as Bodhisattva vows. Some individuals even receive individual liberation vows, like ordination. But at least I think every one of us have received Bodhisattva vows that His Holiness has been frequently offered throughout his Dharma events, even through online, that someone like, Cherisi himself, having the spiritual authority, we definitely receive the equal benefit of those precepts, those vows, as receiving in person. Not like receiving from certain ordinary people, Then very much most of us have received initiation, including high Sukhi Tantric initiation, like Kala Chakra, Heruka, etc. Then many times receive, the lineage of Lamrim, one of His Holiness, the main teaching that he conferred to the public is Lamrim and the Lojong. Then there are also many events that we have participated that when His Holiness extensively provide the lineage of philosophy, when he give teaching on such as the work of Nagarjuna, many philosophical treatises that we have opportunity to receive. Then very much our life also, lead on the basis of the inspiration and the guidance that we, we get inspired and receive from Cherisi himself. So therefore, truly, the Guru whose kindness in 3 times, kindness in 3 ways, even for a most ordinary person, like myself, when through our naked eye, when we relate to His Holiness, you, without any hesitation, without any doubt, nakedly you very much able to have actualized faith, being and seeing the actual living compassionate Buddha, which is again is very difficult for ordinary mind to able to have that easy arising of such connection with many others. So therefore, when think of the kindness, it's unbelievable, for even to do with yourself, then the rest of the world, rest of the number of sentient beings. So therefore, it is so crucial and so important, to live eons of time, eons of years, remain among us and turn the wheel of Dharma, and all the aspirations that he has be fulfilled. So on the basis of that, then develop genuine sense of faith, conviction, inspiration. Then with that, then you voice it out. In the expression of prayer, like the medicine Buddha, prayer and medicine Buddha, and the calling of the name of the medicine Buddha through the mantra recitation like that. Okay. Then also we dedicate this practice also for the sweet return of our most precious Guru, Gyabje Lama Sopa Rinpoche, his unmistaken reincarnation, and able to carry the complete legacy of Rinpoche's Bodhisattva's work for the preservation of Dharma and for the service of sentient being by fulfilling all his holy wishes. Then also dedicate to anyone that who is going through a difficult time now, to do with health, like such as Madam M. Jagathambal, and those of others that who requested prayers from us, who requested prayers from me, to whom that each and every one of us, or any of you witness that, whether it's a human being, whether it's an animal, that who needs prayer supports, and also those who pass away, like such as Mark, Mr. Tu, then Ramesh and Mr. Adam and Mr. Eric, then any of the others that who pass away, in the war, in the natural disaster, in the famine, by very painful, process of death due to illness, etc. So yeah, so we dedicate for everybody like that. Tuje gola nyombe jomde de chanzama de be ni de nge se de sumo ne se sangye mengye bende yang ye wala cha se lo taya ta om beganze ma beganze Ranza Samo Gade So Taya Ta Om Beganze Ma Beganze Ranza Samo Gade So Taya Ta Om Beganze Ma Beganze Ranza Samo Gade So Taya Da Om Beganze Ma Beganze Ranza Samo Gade So Taya Da Om Beganze Ma Beganze Ranza Samo Gade So Taya Da Om Beganze Ma Beganze Ranza Samo Gade So Taya Da Om Beganze Ma Beganze Ranza Samo Gade So Taya Da Om Beganze Ma Beganze Ranza Samo Gade So Taya Da Om Beganze Ma Beganze Ranza Samo Gade So Taya Da Om Beganze Ma Beganze Ranza Samo Gade So Taya Da Om Beganze Ma Beganze Ranza Samo Gade So Taya Da Om Beganze Ma Beganze Ranza Samo Gade So Tayata Omo Beganze Beganze Ma Beganze Beganze Raja Samo Gade So Tayata Omo Beganze Beganze Ma Beganze Beganze Raja Samo Gade So Tayata Omo Beganze Beganze Ma Beganze Beganze Raja Samo Gade So Tayada Omo Beganze Beganze Mai Beganze Beganze Ranza Samo Gade So Tayada Omo Beganze Beganze Mai Beganze Beganze Ranza Samo Gade So Tayada Omo Beganze Beganze Mai Beganze Beganze Ranza Samo Gade So Tayada Omo Beganze Beganze Mai Beganze Beganze Ranza Samo Gade So Tayada Omo Beganze Beganze Mai Beganze Beganze Ranza Samo Gade So Tayada Omo Beganze Beganze Mai Beganze Beganze Ranza Samo Gade So Tayada Omo Beganze Beganze Mai Beganze Beganze Ranza Samo Gade So Yewade Nyudo Da Membe Jabo Duju Doa Chejamale Deye Sala Gobarai Sho Koale Do Darema Dudarai Jiketo Dure Nawa Namle Choma Yumla Cha Se Lo Omo dare dure so ha Omo dare dure so ha Omo dare dure so ha Omo dare dure so Omo dare dure so ha Omo dare dure so ha Omo dare dure so Omo dare dure so ha Omo dare dure so ha Omo dare dure so Omo dare dure so ha Omo dare dure so ha Omo dare dure so Omo dare dure so ha Omo dare dure so ha Omo dare dure so ha Omo dare dure so Omo dare dure so ha Omo dare dure so ha Omo dare dure so Omo dare dure so ha Omo dare dure so ha Omo dare dure so Omo dare dure so ha Omo dare dure so Omo dare dure so ha Omo dare dure so ha Omo dare dure Omo dare dure so ha Omo dare dure so ha Omo dare dure so Omo dare dure so ha Omo dare dure so Omo dare dure so Dewa de nyudo da pama choma chukyo Toa je jama le ba de salang ba ra sho. Cha dong go lo je ve ja bo da chen dong ga wa sa bo san ye. Ka la ga de la de som ba je re se la cha se lo. Om mani pe me hum, om mani pe me hum, om mani pe me hum, om mani pe me hum. Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme Om mani padme hum, 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 Om mani padme Om mani padme hum, 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 Om mani padme Om mani padme hum, 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 Om mani padme Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme Om mani padme hum. Yavade nyudo nanjere ziwan tujo ne dowa jija malu bande zala gubarai jo. Okay, thank you. Oh yeah. Yeah, so reflecting on the fact that our life is endowed with all the perfect, conducive conditions and the freedoms, whether to do with the external factor or our internal capabilities. External factor, as I mentioned before, like for us to have living compassionate Buddha as our guru, and internal factor that we genuinely have, sincere, wholehearted faith and conviction in the Buddha, in the Dharma, in the Guru, and the Sangha. There are, more than 10 endowments and 8 freedoms. If you want to count, there are hundreds and hundreds of reasons that we are absolutely in the right time and absolutely capable to fulfill the entire spiritual purpose, including achieving, state of full enlightenment within this very lifetime. Whatever amount of life remain, whether it can be just one moment, it can be another, 100 years, 10 years, 20 years, doesn't matter. It's very much the conviction and diligent and consistency in the practice and awakening in the already pre-existent, the clear light, the pre-existent, the Dharmakaya within us. In order to actualize Buddhahood, it's not something we need to cross, mountains to go and get it. No need to dive in the deep in the ocean to find a treasure like that. It is just making a decision to get across the conceptual, the fabricated wall and the mind, and just just simply getting to know well and know, know well, know completely, perfectly, and remain knowing forever. Is very much in a state of, fully awakening within, awakening in the Buddha that pre-existent within us, and no need to dive, deep in the ocean, but just simply dive in our own, the ocean like the mind. The moment you start to dive within, and then you already start to see the jewel that which is right there. Right there is, right there completely for you. So very much like that. So therefore, in order to really, to able to practice the Dharma perfectly, completely, purely, and achieving the result unmistakably, completely, swiftly. First of all, that we need to acknowledge, this reality. That's number one. Then the second thing is, yes, we have these favorable conditions. Yes, Buddhahood. If you want, the Buddhahood is right within. But if you delay pursuing it, if you delay actualizing it, if you delay becoming Buddha, if you postpone becoming Buddha, saying that I will become Buddha countless eons later, I will become Buddha when I'm free from all my worldly responsibilities. I will practice the Dharma when I'm retired from worldly responsibilities, etc., etc. Then then even countless eons of time, we may not able to achieve enlightenment, and that is very much is very much a form of distraction, laziness. It's like that, So therefore, on top of recognizing the favorable condition that we have, we also need to acknowledge the reality of impermanent about our life, impermanent of this very freedom that we have. It can be lost in the moment of snap, in the moment of blink. It lies in the nature of, most fragile, momentarily, the changing nature. So therefore, we need to come to a point that we must practice Dharma now, right now, not even later, after the class finish, not even after I learn, then I will practice. Even someone like me, I don't know well Dharma. Even when you don't know well, you should practice the right way there, because they may not have a time to practice Dharma until you are perfected in the knowledge of the Dharma. We may not have time, you see. So therefore, it's so important to acknowledge the reality of death is certain, time of death is uncertain. Then death will determine the death of this freedom, this precious human rebirth will determine, losing the freedom that we have, losing the fortune that I mentioned before that we have now. You see, then that interruption, the obstacle of death, if we are unable to, fulfill the purpose of life, becoming Buddha, then there may be possible of interrupting for countless eons of time in the realm that where there's not even opportunity to hear even the name of the Dharma. There may be possibility of not even seeing even the saffron color, even a dot of saffron color, so therefore we need to come to a point now to make a decision that I will practice from now. So simply taking, what it means is simply taking whatever ways of my life onto the path to enlightenment. Whatever shape that you have in your life, good shape, bad shape, good life, bad life, whatever, everything you're going to take onto the path to enlightenment. And that starts with the infusing our life with the bodhicitta motivation, like what we did before, generating bodhicitta, dedicating our life in bodhicitta aspiration, good or bad, everything be the cause of numberless sentient beings' enlightenment. So that way, become path. Everything, even when you make mistake, it still become a path. No question about when you don't make mistake. When even when you practice wrongly, also become a path with that motivation. And if you practice correctly, then of course, Then another reality that need to acknowledge is that in most difficult time, the one of the darkest period in our life, which everybody have to go through as long as we have the life. Then the darkest period is the losing of the life. The death comes in our way. Then nothing else can able to benefit us. Our family members, wealth, fame, status, nothing. Nothing can able to help us, assist us. Nothing will able to travel with you as a companion to the unknown zone, which is from the intermediate state, then towards the next life, except the Dharma imprint. Whatever amount of Dharma imprint that you accumulate through your body, speech, and mind, whatever Dharma practices, even just reciting one single mantra, or just generating one moment of, genuine sense of aspiration in Buddha's quality, even one single circumambulation of the holy object, one single prostration, those things will help. The imprint that live by those actions will be able to help. There's no question about, if you extensively study the Dharma, you study the whole path, you contemplate the whole path, you meditate on the whole path, then no question, how much help that we will receive, you see. So that is a fact. Not only that, even while we are alive, when we are tormented by sickness, especially, anyone, we grow older, we will have a lot of old age problems, to do with our mind, to do with our physical body. And if you have a strong Dharma wisdom and Dharma attitude, then all those inconvenience can able to transform onto the path. Sickness can transform onto the path. Unhappiness can transform onto the path. So good and bad, everything can transform onto the path. Like such as practice of Tonglen, practice of generating love and compassion, on the basis of your own, the inconvenient situation that comes in our way, and if we don't have a Dharma wisdom and Dharma attitude, the worldly method won't able to help us. The doctor can do only certain degree. The doctor can able to help us up to certain limitations. There are very obvious cases that doctors give up on us. Or then the money can able to help us only certain stage. Our status, our family member also can able to assist us, on a certain stage, up to certain stage only. After that, ourself will be alone, and even our physical body won't able to help us. Our limbs will be completely useless. Then not only that, our sensual mind also completely will be fade away. There are many people even before they become very old. Their mind, like they forget. They don't recognize anything. Go through that. So then, if someone there who has a very very quality meditative training, then when our gross conceptual mind unable to utilize, then you can trigger your subconscious mind, the meditative mind, to awaken, or meditative mind to be fully function. So you can see those of the great masters, when they go into Thukdam, the clear light meditation. So during that time, these meditators, these practitioners, their physical body is dead. Their conceptual mind also dead. But they are alive. They are alive, and that life even able to help not only their mind, but even able to help to sustain their body, even able to help to sustain the dead body, the clinically dead body, to sustain lively, is because of through the power of the meditation, they're able to activate the subtle state of mind, the meditative state of mind. The meditative state of mind become like our normal mind. They're able to regulate the entire system, including even the physical system. And those meditators, they stay in meditation as long as they want, until they accomplish their remaining tasks. Most of the clear light meditators, the remaining part to be accomplished. It could be Dhammakaya, it could be realization on emptiness, it could be securing, certain solid virtues, And if they require 1 month, they remain in clear light meditation for 1 month. If they require just 1 week, just 1 week, just 1 day, like that, And those who go into clear light meditation and those who don't go, you can see very clearly difference. The energy, even the reactions of the animal around the dead body, behave differently. Like such as cats, especially the cats, they are very sensitive in relation to even the dogs. Dogs, I think maybe most of the animals, but the animals that who live closely, like the dogs and the cats, and the meditators, when they, many meditators, they do have dogs, they do have cats, unless they're meditating very remote in the cave, then maybe they may not have nothing, or maybe deers or tigers, I don't know, but meditators, practitioners who die in monasteries, and sometimes when someone dies, there's a visitors like cats, do visits, and their reaction to someone who's in Tuktam and someone who is not in Tuktam, their reaction can be different. There are a lot of signs, even from the animal side. Animal behavior can able to determine. So anyway, yes. So meditation is important. So that's what I want to say. That's my point. So today's subject is a meditation. So without meditation, then not so effective. Even those of the other imprint that live through just conceptual knowledge, which is still able to secure virtuous imprint. But here now we need a certain capability of utilizing the meditative state of mind to function fully, like a living person, like a lively consciousness, to able to utilize those dharma imprints, the meritorious imprints onto the path. So for that, the meditation is necessary. So now when we talk about meditation, so there are two types of meditation, the analytical meditation and absorption meditation, or in another way also you can describe the focused single-pointed kind of meditation and the vipassana, the analytical process of meditation. So now here the earlier one, the analytical meditation and absorption meditation, the analytical meditation come first. But when it comes to the single-pointed meditation and vipassana meditation, then single-pointed meditation comes first, you see. So in any way, in the practice of Dharma, in the practice of Dharma, like discursive learning, or learning, like learning definitions, meanings, then so such aspect of learning, learning the descriptions, etc., is also meditation, but it falls in the analytical form of meditation. Then the second one, which is actually named as an analytical meditation, and that such analytical meditation is very much the process of learning goes deeper level than the earlier one. That also falls into an analytical aspect of meditation. Then the third one, which we normally call absorption meditation, and that very much falls into the concentrated, single-pointed, form of meditation. So now, in order to able to do the single-pointed absorption state of meditation, you need to acquire a correct meditation object. So correct meditation object is the wisdom that you actualize from the the exercise of analytical meditation. Now, in order to reach to the analytical aspect of meditation, you also need an object for the analytical meditation. So the object for analytical meditation, you actualize through the exercise of learning, like learning descriptions and definitions, etc., like that. So now learning, contemplation, meditation act as a cause and effect. You see, so without learning, no analysis possible. Without analysis, no meditation is possible. You see, so first we need to learn the correct meaning of the Dharma. Then secondly, whatever you learn, that meaning to be confirmed to your understanding, to your conviction, to confirm to gain conviction within you through logics, reasonings, then experiments, examples, and experiencing, through experiential kind of exercise. You see, so whatever knowledge that you learn, like the definition of guru, you learn the definition of guru relying on valid scriptures, valid teachers, like the Buddha's words, like Maitreya's words, like that. Then now just believing what Buddha say, just believing what Maitreya say about the definition of guru is not good enough. You have to convince by your own inner wisdom. Now you are convinced very much the wisdom of others. You very much believe, convince wisdom of Maitreya, wisdom of Shakyamuni Buddha, wisdom of your guru. Oh, I see, guru means like that. Guru's qualities like that. It says that I need to see guru as a Buddha. Maitreya says so, Buddha says so. So that's very much dependent on the wisdom of others. Now you need to actualize that statement as a knowledge in you, which is called the wisdom of learning. Now that knowledge, that wisdom, you need to analyze until you gain conviction. Conviction on the basis of your own wisdom, not on the wisdom of others. So you see, so in order to gain the wisdom within through analysis, of course, first you have to, you can depend on the words of the Buddha. Then you also need to apply logics, reasonings, like such as what taught in Lamrim. If you rely on the guru, there's such benefits. If you rely on such qualified guru who have such quality, you have this benefit. If you don't rely on qualified guru, this other form. If you don't rely on guru, such is form. You see, and by exercising in relation to guru with the thoughts and action, you receive this and that benefits, etc., etc. So these are logic and reasoning. You see, now you need to you need to take that wisdom in application of your own day-to-day practice. You see, you start to now relate to the guru, like such as Chenrezig, relate, like Sonas, you relate to the guru, then you exercise, devoting to the guru with the thoughts and the action on the basis of recollecting, all those qualities of the guru, and now check it. What's going on in your mind? What changes happening within you? What benefits are receiving from that? then whenever you don't exercise in this, and what kind of limitations coming in your way, you see. So it's quite obvious that whenever you exercise the thoughts and action in relation to such qualified guru, your heart would be filled with inspiration. Your heart will be with the sense of protected, having refuge, sense of meaning. And that's so wonderful, isn't it? Such and such. There could be many, many amazing examples. Many, many examples. Like you have a reliance, you have someone as a perfect guide to you. You feel like your life is like so clear direction because of you have a guru, you see, and you feel so wonderful. And that's your the what you call experiential, rely on the text, rely on the logic and reasoning. Now rely on your own, now take your own experience, application of that wisdom into your life, the experience, to gain genuine sense of conviction. Oh, this is it. What Maitreya says, what Buddha says, what Lama Tsongkhapa says in the Lamrim about Guru devotion is like, truly is like that, and whenever your mind wander away from Guru Yoga practice, then you will see you're really wandering, a bit lost, chaos, you see. This, it's like, wow, the Guru Yoga practice is like that. Oh, I see. That's definite. So that confirmation is the wisdom that you just obtain in relation to Guru. Just a simple example. Yeah. This is now you gain the wisdom of an analysis in relation to the Guru Yoga practice. Now that wisdom going to become an object of your absorption meditation. You see? So now when you want to observe into something, it's better that you have one single pointed, like a kind of single object, limited kind of characteristic. One object is easier to observe into it, easier to focus. Especially like beginner, like myself, lesser the word, lesser the characteristic, simpler, it's easier for me to completely, like stay single pointed, complete focus, isn't it? So therefore, now the wisdom is nothing more than, oh, I see, that's it. Oh, I see. Wow, what Lama Tsongkhapa said, what Maitreya said, it's truly like that. Oh, I see. Wow, amazing. Oh, I see, like that, So if you want to write down, of course, there may be many things to write down, but if you want to recap it, if you want to imagine, that's one complete confirmation. That's it. It's very much like one word, one thinking, one idea, one belief, So now that confirmation, that, oh, I see, that you have to place your full concentration, single pointed focus and clarity of that object, not blur, not oh, I see, but sometimes maybe no, oh, I see, sometimes I see, sometimes maybe blur, not like that. So clear, so clear. It's now here is not an object, not a physical object. Now it's a mental object. You see. So when comes to actualizing the object of absorption meditation, it has to be mental object, not a physical object, not a word. not a letter, not an image, not a color. That the wisdom has to be the object. You see? So, so you have to have like complete clarity, that settledness in that confirmation. Then mindfulness hold your knowing of that clear object, steadily, single-pointedly. And settling in that is absorption meditation. Settling in that, for 1 minute, 5 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hour, whole day, like that. You see. Then, when you come out of the meditation session, when you release to a post-meditation session, like such as doing activity like eating, walking, conversation, the one corner of the mind, mindfulness, is always aware, fully aware, even though you're cooking, you're eating, you're talking, you're thinking, you're also very focused on that. But one aspect of the mind as a mindfulness is fully present, fully present, that the awareness of the Guru, or seeing Guru as a Buddha. You see, like if you do meditation on Guru devotion, then when you do the absorption meditation, very much the result of the meditation, you will develop that the heart of the wisdom of seeing Guru in Buddha. You see, seeing Guru in Buddha, or seeing quality of the Guru, or having irresistible, uninterrupted faith and conviction in the Guru all the time. You will come to a point that you don't even need to refer to the text, refer to analytical process, always fully there all the time. As I mentioned before, the aspect of your mindfulness is always aware of that. Never fade away, or even it fade away through a gross mindfulness, but it is so vivid, consciously, not interrupting with your other thoughts. If you need to spend great mental focus on certain other activities, this notion of Guru as a Buddha or the faith may not be there, but it is so vivid. The energy in the mental energy is so vivid, so lively, in your system. And the moment you rest from any other activity, it just like it just comes up, it just bounces back like that, fully. You see, no need any reasoning, naturally. You see, and when you reach to that point, then one can claim that I have gained the wisdom of meditation on Guru devotion. Wisdom of meditation. Whatever topic you want to meditate, now you gain wisdom, or you can claim as I gain the realization on Guru devotion. You have to come to a point that always there. No need to create, no need to rely on reasoning, no need to depend on any other factors. It is spontaneously arising in your mind. It's called realization. You see, so like that. Well, then, when it comes to so this goes to all the rest of the subject. similar way. This three process, learning, contemplation, meditation, is the same thing, just need to change the subject. Then for all the meditation, the preparatory practice, as we mentioned before, 6 preparatory, 7 limbs of practice, the more the better you do, there will be meritorious conditional support to realize the realization on meditation faster. On top of that, you can also gather the basic, the meditative conducive condition, preparatory conducive condition that clearly explained in the Great Lam Rim, like the 6 kind of preparatory condition, like such as during the meditation in the right place, then having less desire towards the outer object, less distraction, then also less attachment or the desire to do with your mind, the thinking, etc. So there's a 6 kind of it's a dwelling in the appropriate area, place, having little desire, objects, being contented, whatever you have, and then completely giving up many activities, or pure ethical discipline, completely getting rid of thoughts of desire. So this is specifically must require for shamatha meditation. If you want to train in single-pointed concentration meditation, this must. But if you have this conducive condition also for other meditation, then it will be great benefits. Then as for the another aspect of meditation that I mentioned before, single-pointed concentration and vipassana. So the single-pointed concentration here, specifically referring to shamatha, training. And so there are 9 stages of shamatha training, which detail will come later. The purpose is, as a practitioner of Lam Rim, as a practitioner of Mahayanic Dharma, the purpose of shamatha has to be for the purpose of vipassana. I think, again, when we talk about vipassana, in the world, the vipassana, the term used for many, in many areas. And all the vipassana, the term that used correctly also, the vipassana talking in relation to Lam Rim, in relation to the Mahayanic Dharma, is the stage that you have actualized 9 levels of shamatha, then using that shamatha mind to meditate, to utilize the wisdom of emptiness as an object of meditation, and where you have the capability of the true aspect of mind, both the discursive and single-pointed aspect of the mind. So the whole purpose of the meditation is ultimately to achieve, the special insight. The vipassana, I think, in relation to the Lam Rim, is, we're talking about the special insight. On the basis of shamatha, then you have realized the emptiness directly. Then you are progressing, through the 9 level of the bhumis, 9 level of the bhumi to actualize the 10 bhumi, like that. Okay, so now I will read. It says what to do during the actual meditation session. So this has 2 points: how to practice meditation in general and how to practice this meditation in particular. So this meditation on specifically here, to do meditation, the subject that we have just covered, on Guru devotion. How to practice meditation in general. Meditation on the path, like the one explained below, is to render the mind suitable for attending to virtuous objects just as one wishes. So this one, the meditation that they're going to mention later is about the shamatha kind of meditation. So if you are doing shamatha meditation, then I read here, if you jump from object to object to sustain your interest, or you pursue a variety of virtuous objects in no particular order, nothing will come of it. And having gone wrong from the beginning, your spiritual practice will continue to be faulty throughout your life. If you are doing shamatha meditation, then for the object of shamatha meditation, you cannot, change one object to another object. It has to be non-discursive, object. It has to be one chosen object. And this can also relate to whatever meditation that you do, especially the absorption meditation that you do, even on the Guru devotion, until you realize the wisdom, you don't change the subject from here to there, you see, and that will obstacle for you to succeed, to achieve the wisdom of meditation. You can relate to that too, you see. So as an example given before, the wisdom that you achieve through analytical contemplation you did on Guru Yoga practice, then that wisdom, you use as an object of meditation repeatedly. You train you repeatedly, get into the meditation, absorption meditation, until you gain realization. You see the same object. Then you will achieve the result. Otherwise, you change many ways of doing it, then it will take a long time to reach to the result like that. So therefore, you should first determine the number of order of object to be attended to. So now you see, even if you are doing shamatha meditation, like single-pointed meditation, from the object side, from the object side, it can be many. It can be just one single object, or it can be many objects. But when the subject, the meditative mind, take as a object of its meditation, then it has to be one. Meaning, an example, if you're going to use the entire, the whole body of the Shakyamuni Buddha as an object of your concentration meditation, and using whole body, not just not just notion of the holy body of the Buddha, but you have the awareness of each of the characteristics of the holy body, the features, the colors, then first you determined you can use the entirety of the Buddha's holy body, including of its characteristic, and that has to be determined first. Then place your meditative mind on whole of it as a one object. From the object side, there are many, isn't it? But from the mind, that whole of it as a one object for you to train your concentration, or just one single object from the object side also, then maybe just Buddha's nose or Buddha's eye, or one qualities of the Buddha, like that. So it's talking about that. Therefore, you should first determine, the numbers, the orders, the object to be attend to. Even the orders, when you want to use entire holy body of the Buddha for your shamatha meditation or for your absorption meditation, and when you do that, when you reflect on the holy body of the Buddha, you can view them as a bird eye kind of view, or you can view them from the crown to the toe, or you can view them from the toe to the crown, or left to the side. If you want to, you see, first you acknowledge the crown, then the forehead, then all the features. So you have to determine first. You see, the first day of your meditation, if you are visualizing, or you are focusing from the crown to the toe, and tomorrow you focus from the toe to the crown, is mistake. So every day you have to focus from the crown to the toe. You see, and on the first day you focus very clearly for the crown, the forehead, all the features, all the way to the toe. But the next day you jump, like focus clear on the crown, and you don't focus on the eye, and just focus on the lower part of the body. Mistake. So the order, how much of the object before you meditate, you have to determine it, decide. Then you repeatedly do the same thing until you gain realization. So he's talking about that. Then if you are using the eye, when you want to use eye, the first day of meditation, Buddha's eye is open, looking at you. Then the second day, where you're focusing it, if you start to see or focus Buddha's eye blinking to you, then mistake. So since you decided to focus on Buddha's eye not blinking, then every day you have to make sure that Buddha's eye never blink, until you gain the realization of the focus. The realization is here very much like for single-pointed concentration. There's a three quality that you have to achieve. The one quality is not going away from your mindfulness, like complete knowledge of the object. The second quality is complete clear, no limitation, no addition, whatever that you have meditated before, that you see completely clear, clearliness. And the third is the impact of that meditation, that your mind and the body come to a point of ease, settledness, peacefulness, of fluency, like that. So even similar to like other meditation, like the guru devotion meditation, as mentioned before, also need to achieve these three kind of quality. At the end result, such as seeing Guru in the Buddha, and seeing only qualities in the Guru, and this genuine sense of faith and conviction, always there, always very clearly there. And because of that, your body and mind is sense of pacified, feel sense of comforted, So that effect has to happen, a result of any absorption meditation. Then I read. Then you should unleash a strong resolve that does not permit a word of thought that draw you away from what has been ascertained. And finally, you should sustain with mindfulness and vigilance what has been ascertained without addition or omission. Just mentioned before. The impact is, we are still training, so you still need to watch over your mindfulness, and you need to assign a help for the mindfulness, which is the vigilant introspection, isn't it? If you don't do that, then even though you gain realization, many of the realization will decline, degenerate, until you achieve the certain level of like path and ground. Even as an ordinary practitioner, until we achieve certain ground of merit, the realization will degenerate if you don't keep up watching over it. And now, therefore, you need to assign a mind of vigilant introspection. So introspection, always watching, making sure, making sure that your the mindfulness you gain in your meditation, in the form of realization, is not losing its strength of its clarity, its strength of its focus, the strength of its quality. So you have to watch. So if in case there's any flow comes, then you need to the vigilant need to report to the mindfulness to regain its strength. You see, so therefore, in day-to-day life, you need to assign like a gatekeeper, the watchman, as a mind of vigilance, from the doors of the senses, your mental senses, eye senses, ear senses. You see, so whenever you open your eyes, there's one eye senses is watching over through the doors of your eye senses. There's any entering of any obstacle, to the realization you already obtained, that hold by the mindfulness. Like such as Guru devotion. When you look at the Guru now, when you look at the Guru, then making sure that your eye senses will never influenced by distractions of losing that, that what you call the seeing the Guru as a Buddha. Suddenly the Guru start to kind of, don't really show the aspect of Buddha, then because you see through your eye senses, and you may lose the faith, isn't it? You may lose the wisdom you gained that you saw Guru as a Buddha. But now when your eye open, the Guru is not behaving like a Buddha, then you start to, that may influence to your meditative, to your wisdom, to lose its strength. That's why you need mindfulness, you see. And to your ear senses, you also need that vigilance, you see. And suddenly somebody talks bad thing about your Guru, then immediately, your faith is shaken, you see. So now the vigilant watching, whatever you hear about your Guru, if
if any misinformation is listening, then you have to tell the mindfulness not to get influenced. You see, stay focused. The wisdom that you have achieved. So we have to do like that, you see, to all our practices. Otherwise, during meditation is so wonderful. After meditation, we become same as before. In the moment open our eyes, our ears, our mind, then we become normal practitioner. You know, so only short time, so good practitioner. In front of Buddha, so good, so altruistic. The moment you go away, then you become wild, you know, like that, you see. So that is because of you know, not assigning the introspection in you know, as a door guard, as a senses, like that, you know, you see. So it's very much like you need to, all the realizations, all the wisdom that you gain from learning, contemplation, meditation, in the inner shrine, isn't it? That very much protected by mindfulness. And the vigilant is like outside the main gate. And the vigilant, the gatekeeper, and the mindfulness, the inner doorkeeper, need to have a walkie-talkie. You know, it's like a walkie-talkie. The moment any distraction come, need to walkie-talkie, call mindfulness away. You have to be careful, you know. You have to hold the door tight. You know, there's a thieves coming in, like that, you know. So has to do like that. Otherwise, so easy, you know, so easy to lose our coolness in the practice like that. So it's talking about that. Okay, now how to practice this meditation in particular? First, contemplate the benefit of reliance and the faults of non-reliance. Accordingly, what we have learned before, then repeatedly resolve to never permit your awareness to get caught up in conceiving faults in the Guru, and instead recall the excellent qualities like ethics, concentrations that you yourself have perceived in him. Then cultivate the faith that has the aspect of mental clarity until it arises. Then contemplate in accordance with the above quotations from the sutra. So there are a few sutras that Lama Tsongkhapa cited, you know, to prove, you know, the guru is equal to the Buddha. You know, guru carrying all the qualities. You know, so you can refer to those quotations if you need help to remind yourself. The instance of the beneficial kindness that you have received and still receive, and from the depth of your heart, cultivate respect until it rises. You see, so very much the realization we need to gain from meditation in relation to Guru devotion is irresistible faith. Irresistible faith, you know, the devotion that you get into practice through thoughts and conviction. Then genuine sense of conviction the Guru is seeing in Buddha. So you need to gain that realization. Then what to do at the end of the meditation, I think, by means of the prayers of the good conduct and aspiration in 70 verses. It says, the virtues accumulated should be dedicated with a strong aspiration to the temporary and ultimate aims. For temporary benefits, well-being of the sentient being, then ultimate well-being of enlightenment. So when you do any dedication, first you dedicate in bodhicitta. You know, you dedicate for enlightenment, for all the rest of numberless sentient beings. And after that, then you dedicate for yourself. You know, for your enlightenment. Then after that, then for your temporary well-beings, not like we dedicate our enlightenment first, our temporary well-being first, then you dedicate for the rest of the numberless sentient beings well-being and enlightenment. So the way to dedicate, making sure that that your practice become altruistic practice, then should be dedicated in bodhicitta, in the concern of the ultimate well-being of all sentient beings. Then I read, you should meditate like this in 4 sessions: at dawn, in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening. 4 sessions. Dawn, like usually around 3 o'clock, 3. So then most of the meditation session, usually dedicate about like 2 hours. So like 3 to 4, 4 to 5, it's very much like just before the sunrise or up to the sunrise, like that, from the peak of the mountain. Then morning session is, so after that, then you have a breakfast. Then the morning session will be in between, after breakfast till lunch. So either like 8 to 9, 10, so up to 8 to 10, or 9 to 8 to 10, or 9 to 11. So then most of the retreaters usually they take 8 minor precepts. So if you are taking 8 minor precept, then the morning the morning session should be end before 11:30. So before 12, you need to finish your meal, isn't it? And especially if you are preparing your meal by yourself, then you need at least some time for preparing, isn't it? So best is you start the session around 8 o'clock, finish by around 10 o'clock, then about half an hour to 1 hour you prepare. Then after that, before noon you can easily finish. Then after that, afternoon, you do the session before sunset. Conclude the session before sunset. So it can be 2 to 4, or maybe like 1 to 3, or 3 to 5. Very much depend on which season that you do. Sometimes the sunset early, sunrise early. So it very much depend. In any way, to conclude before sunset. Then the evening session is, so if you're taking precept, then no dinner. Then, so you dedicate your time for clearing the water balls, and there's some other evening, karma yogas that you can do. Then you can start maybe like after sunset, anytime after sunset. Okay. 7 to 9. So the best is, to finish early. Around 8 o'clock you finish. Then by 9 you can sleep. So retreaters or disciplined kind of daily, strict practitioners, then best you finish all your sessions, all your sadhanas by 9 o'clock, before 9 o'clock. Then by 9:30, go to bed. Then morning 3 o'clock you wake up, you at least have 6 hours of good sleep, which is also important. Or you can sleep even before that, even 8 o'clock. So even for the health, they say it's very good. You sleep early, wake up early, 3 o'clock, we say very healthy and very good for mind, meditation, so like that. But then the sessions not necessarily must be 4. You can be just 1, or you can be 10 sessions. So as a beginner, usually our lineage gurus would advise to do short session many times. You see. So can do just half an hour or even 15 minutes, no problem. So basically the short session is not much like determined by the time, very much determined by when you feel greatness of the meditation, then right after that you stop. Don't push. You don't stop the session until you feel exhausted. Like my teaching, you just keep blah 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 non-stop talking, or then you get exhausted at the end. So what to do? So that's not a good way. So anyway, the best way is you stop when you feel good about your session. Then during the between session, you're looking forward for the next session. You feel good about that. You have to do like this. You don't push yourself. So anyway, I think here I may say, I read, if your sessions are long in the beginning, it is easy to fall under the power of laxity and excitement. Okay, so as a beginner, I think long session is not good. Since it is difficult to correct this state of mind once it has become a habit, you should have many short sessions. So this is teaching here, many short sessions. If you cut the session short, when there's still a desire to meditate, you will be drawn to entering meditation subsequently. So like this. Otherwise, they say, so it is kind of like all the, the Kadamba masters, they pass down the saying, you will be overcome by nausea at the side of your meditation seat. So you don't meditate until you feel you feel awful about your meditation seat. You see, like even you are doing something, you always have to look forward the meditation seat. You miss the meditation seat. You have to design yourself something like that. Okay, I read. Once they have established a bit, prolong the session while maintaining them all free from the faults of excessive tension or slackness. So that goes with all practices, including if you do Ngondo practice like prostrations, water bowl offerings, Haza offerings, mandala offerings, everything is the same. Dedi yoga retreat, Lamrim retreat, Lojong retreats, all this is the guidance we should follow. Then meditation will be very successful. Otherwise, when you come out from meditation, then you come out get more disturbed. Your hairs are like kind of like crazy. You look like kind of no weight, like lost, unstable. So these are due to doing meditation incorrectly. All this, So these are very important guidelines. So now, what to do in the period between session? So before go to that, you see, so we need to have the sense of mindset that whenever you want to do retreat, whenever you want to do dharma activities, you need to have the sense of like you're going for the best holiday. If you want to go for a best vacation, you'll be so excited, isn't it? You'll be so happy, so that kind of mindset. And we truly, time to time, we need that breaks. You see, we need a vacation from samsaric disturbances, samsaric, very, stressful samsaric life. Worldly concerns, distractions, delusions. There's so much. So even in day to day, whenever we go to do sadhana, we are going into retreat. You see, we are going into holiday, that kind of mode. Whenever you want to do sadhana, whenever you want to dedicate, time to do some readings of Dharma or meditation, you need to have like, now I'm going into a like real, like amazing vocation like that, vocation from samsara, vocation from distractions, like that, you see. And we should do a lot of vocation, you see. I think one day we should have many vocations, many holidays, good holiday, the holiday of maybe like 5-10 minutes of reading Lamrim books, 5-10 minutes of reading Lojong books, 5-10 minutes of recitation of mantra, 5-10 minutes of doing some sadhanas, 5-10 minutes of short meditations, in one day, many holiday we should take. Otherwise, life is just clearly chaos, busy, busy. Then one day finish without any holiday, then so this like that. So not just going for long retreat and even every day to day. It's so wonderful. So if we have that mindset, then from early morning you want to have holiday, you see. Otherwise, you see, from early morning we are completely in chaos, and we put the holiday at the last, like the doing sadhana at the last. By the time you finish all your daily responsibility, by 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, you're so exhausted. So then you do your holiday with sleeping. If you go to holiday, you all day sleep, then what's the point, isn't it? you go for holiday. Maybe you go for holiday, I don't know, from in Nepal or to the Europe or from Australia, for America, whatever. You go there, you just sleep. Then what's the point, isn't it? And sometimes, you see, when we do sadhana, we put the sadhana, our daily practice, last. You see, the last thing to do. So, and that holiday won't enjoy, you see. So the first thing in the morning, if you can wake up early, then you do the sadhana, you finish the sadhana, you do some meditation, then the whole rest of the day, you feel like the impact of holiday. You see, when you finish your prayers in the morning, the rest of the day, you feel like there's something very nice, Otherwise, there's some burden, some kind of like stress. So anyway, like that. Okay, now what to do with the period between sessions? Generally speaking, numerous practices enhance the object between sessions, such as prostration, circumambulation, recitation. However, the main point is that if you make an effort in the session itself, but then during the interval between sessions, you carelessly let go of the cause of the maintaining your focus by not relying on the mindfulness and vigilance of the observed object along with its subjective aspect. The outcome will be very little. So therefore, between sessions, you also need to read Dharma texts persistently, that object, and recall it again and again. So you see, so that's why there's, the instruction of our gurus, lamas used to say, let's say if you want to do Guru devotion retreat, then during the time of design, let's say you want to do Guru devotion retreat for 1 month, then entire that month, even though you may have many activities, like of course, we need to eat, go to sleep and this and that. One portion of the mind is always having full awareness of your meditation object. Always think about Guru devotion. While eating also, you're eating, you're still enjoying the taste, but you still, one of the mind is still think about Guru devotion. You may be doing gardening. Yes, you are focused on doing gardening, but one portion of the mind is all about Guru. You see. Then you may be talking to somebody. Then one portion of mind is like you never forget about your meditation object. You see. So it says like that. Otherwise, if we have too many in between meditation session, then the result at the end of retreat would be very little. You see, you can have many intervals in between session if you stay always mindful of your meditation object, then the end result will be wonderful like that. Then especially shamatha, if you do shamatha meditation, then more than any other meditation, you need completeness. You see, so therefore, in between session, you read the teaching that's relevant to that retreat, that particular topic, and do things, do activities in relation to that retreat, like that. So therefore, in between session, you also need to read Dharma text presenting the object and recall it again and again. Accumulate by various means the conditions that are favorable for the arising of excellent qualities, and purify by various means the adverse condition, the obstruction. Your determination regarding the vows you have promised to uphold, the basis of the everything, should be reaffirmed regularly. So the success of any realization, any practice, any retreat, moral discipline is the number one. So we need to refresh that again and again, making sure the moral ethic, moral regulation has to be intact. So therefore, the more the precept you do during retreat is better, like such as taking 8 minor precepts. Discipline, 8 minor precept alone will discipline 24 hours, very, very intact, according with the Dharma. You see, so the more the discipline there, the better, Apart from that, train in the collection of the following 4 causes for the easy arising of the path of the shamatha and special insight. Restraining the sense doors. So, of course, for shamatha, but all other practices also need that. When the 6 consciousness arises independent upon the object and senses power, attachment, anger, end up arising in the mental consciousness towards the 6 pleasant and 6 unpleasant objects. As I mentioned before, the moment we open our eye, open our ear, we need the vigilant as a gate guard. This is talking about that. Restraining the senses to guard again and their arising. By what? By vigilant, by introspection. Then he has a acting with the vigilant. Entering the Bodhisattva way says to examine again and again the situation of the mind and the body. Exactly that, in brief, is what defines protecting vigilance, like that. So I give the example of the door guard, the inner guard, having walkie-talkie is talking about that. Following this, whenever the body and the so forth engage in such and such an action, through understanding whether or not it should be pursued, you behave accordingly. So through the communication of vigilance and mindfulness, then one's body, speech, and mind should construct accordingly to the practice. Then knowing the right measure of food. So this is talking about food. Knowing the right measure of food means to give up eating too much or too little, and to eat only the amount that does not damage your virtuous activities. Furthermore, having meditated upon the faults of craving food, remember what is said in the scripture about eating, thinking that they should be without mental affliction, that it should benefit the giver, that while you now gather the microorganism of your body by means of material things, in the future you will gather them by the means of the Dharma, and that you will bring about the welfare of all sentient beings. So you see, and there are certain food which is, they are food that regarded as, wrong food, like such as garlic, then also the radish, black sesame seed, then meat, these are regarded wrong food. You see. So, but then, let's say if you are practicing tumo, like certain tantric practice, like inner heat practice, then garlic is very good. But for other meditation, the garlic is not good. So for certain tantric practice, like garlic is good. So they are, it's need to know what kind of food is good and not good. So certain food regulate the cells for sexual desire. Even one of them is like a garlic, and from a meat, like they say, like a chicken, like this, it regulate, the desire. You see, so if you have the problem of, like thought arising desire, then this has to reduce or overcome like that. Then certain maybe might be the sesame seed has a certain oil, isn't it? That will bring laxity, sleepiness. That because of that it affects. And similar, radish also has that kind of component that which will give you some sense of dullness. Even though radish sounds like spicy, it's nice, like wasabi like that, but I think it may have something negative impact to certain meditation like that. Then most of all, eating heavy at the evening, it will impact your freshness of the morning meditation. So I think even for the health, our conventional health, asked to eat less in the evening, isn't it? So maybe if you eat less in the evening, maybe good for health also. So usually, there are many monks, many sanghas, some days practice strict vinaya, even about the food, they don't eat evening food. Some they don't eat evening food. Like those of the individual who take gelong or Getsu vows, at least, they will, at least for 1 month, they try not to eat evening food, or some they will take at least 1 year, some they carry on for a long time. But of course, those are depend on your body also, my late master's reincarnation, Punzo Rinpoche, last year he took Gelong vow, so he want to not to eat evening food. So he just some months ago, he was in Lumbini. So he fainted. He hospitalized. He fainted. And so then took to hospital, and they says nothing is wrong. It's just because of he's so weak. So the doctor say he need to eat evening food. So like that, just an example. So you have to know your body. So then Buddha always say your health is number one. For health, then the whatever, need to eat medicine, need to eat food even in the evening, it is okay like that. Then when you, most importantly, when you eat, so there's a prayer, Kasemenda Doribashi. So there's a prayer that, or you just meditate, you're not eating food because of you're attached to the taste, the color, the shape. You're eating food to sustain this precious human body, to cultivate the practice. You're eating food, not just for yourself, but also as a form of charity. Form of you eating as a medicine and as a charity to minimum like 84,000 living beings in the body. So in the Vinaya text, there's quite a lengthy meditational prayers, for how to consume the foods and drinks like that. But for at least for us, remembering that you are eating food without any sense of negative emotion, like without any sense of complaint about I don't like this food, I don't want this food, I like this food, I like this color, I like this shape, I like this restaurant. Not like that. What you get and you eat, you also eat it as a blessing. You eat it as a medicine to sustain this special river, to able to be service to the Dharma and the sentient being. And you also share the food to all the micro sentient beings in your body. Buddha says the minimum 84,000 living beings in our body, whose life is dependent on sustainability of our body, and our body sustainability depend on the food and nutrition, isn't it? So that's why we need to eat. So for that purpose, then this is talking about that. Okay, now letter to the friend also says, reasoning that foodstuffs are like a medicine, or dependent on them without attachment or hatred. They are not meant for you to be sad or haughty or fat, but just to keep your body going. For the benefit, as I mentioned before. For altruistic purpose, you consume the food. Okay, now I read. Okay, practicing earnestly without sleeping at the wrong time and behaving well when lying down to sleep. Letter to friend says, Lord of the lineage, having practiced all day and in the first and the last period of the night, sleep with the mindfulness between those periods, so that even your sleeping is not wasted. You sleep with bodhicitta, so if you're a deity yoga practitioner, you sleep with the clear light meditation, or you sleep in the meditation of emptiness, or here in particularly when you do the retreat on the guru, then you are sleeping, on the lap of the guru, with a complete reliance on the guru, with full faith and conviction, like that, so that you can adjust according with what practice you do. Lama Tsongkhapa says the actual sessions of both the entire day and during the first and the last part of the night, as well as what should be done between them, have been explained. Whether working about or seated, completely purify your mind of the 5 hindrances, thus make whatever you do meaningful. So the 5 hindrances is essential desire, the essential distractions. Then negative intention, like anger, ill wills. Then laxity, forgetful from the mindfulness of the Dharma practice. Then excitement, the distractions, sensual distractions. Then the doubt about your practice. You're not clear, like foggy about your practice. So these are the 5 hindrances should overcome, not only during the session, but also during the post-session. I read, the act of the sleep takes place between session and therefore should also not be wasted with no benefits. So must sleep with bodhicitta. The physical act consists in the lying on your right side during the middle of the 3 period of the night, placing the left leg atop the right one and sleeping like the lion, the way how Buddha lie down, how the Buddha, when Buddha passing away, how he lie down, you look at the way should do like that. So that will help. I think now I'm already time is overing. So yeah, so anyway, each of the example how Buddha lie down has a great benefit. So if you every day when you go to bed, you lie down like that, then meditate on the death process, then that will help when the actual death comes in our way. Then the meditation on the clear light will be like habitual to us, will naturally come to us. So that's one of the training that we should do day to day, like that. So as for mindfulness, recollect until you fall asleep, and predominant virtuous action that you have cultivated during the day. So you do the meditation until you completely nod off in the sleep, like that. So therefore, even while sleep, you can maintain whatever spiritual practice, such as concentration, your pursuit when you were not asleep. So then whatever training that you have done in your in the session, then even in the sleep, there are possibility of even actualizing clear light, actualizing the accomplishment of the dream yoga, or even like the sambhogakaya realizations during the sleep, like that, Then even when we are so these are the benefit that you can enjoy, As for vigilance, if any mental affliction arises while you are cultivating mindfulness, become aware of it and eagerly eliminate it rather than accepting it, The notion of getting up consists in projecting the thought, I will get up at this and that time. Apart from the unique aspect of each meditation during the actual yoga, this instruction on what should be done in the preparation during the actual meditation at the end and the between sessions should be applied to every object and its aspect from here up to the special insight. So the structure, the preparation, the guidance during the actual meditation should apply from the Guru devotion meditation all the way up to the last subject, the special insight, the same way. They only change the meditation object like that. Then also when you wake up, you see here the wake up. Just now we talked a little bit about the sleeping, about dream. Now when you wake up, first thing, to remember, train to remember bodhicitta. You see, and the first thing, first thought, the moment you wake up, you see, and that will help to plan an imprint, auspicious imprint that to actualize, enlightenment in Nirmanakaya, body of the Buddha. By training in the sleeping yoga, in the Dharma, will create the auspicious meritorious causes to actualize Dharmakaya. In the dream yoga, Sambhogakaya. Wake up, then Nirmanakaya. So all these benefits you will achieve like that. Now the end to employ two kinds of practice. The ornament of the mind. The sutra says here, first of all, proper mental attention arises in reliance upon study, and from proper mental attention again arises the wisdom with ultimate reality as its object. That is, so Lama Tsongkhapa said, that is to say, from proper mental attention gained through the arising of the wisdom, reflecting on the meaning of what has been studied, as a direct realization of the ultimate reality that comes from the meditation arises. Okay, so that's already said at the beginning, that the three kind of study, contemplation, meditation. So then the ornament of clear knowledge also says, during the stage of the definitive analysis, as well as the path of seeing and meditation, one must repeatedly reflect, assess, and ascertain. These are the path of meditation. So when you reach to the path of meditation, by the result of training from the three practice, study, contemplation, meditation, by training in meditation, then the resultant time, next time when you are already into the five path, and when you are going through the 10 bhumis training, and then especially on the stages of the path of seeing, path of meditation, then there are three practices will be easily able to apply. When during the meditation, when you open on to the negation, then when you achieve the cessation, then when you get to the post meditation, before entering into the session of meditation. So the way how well we're training now result in the future when we are actually in the path, it will arise them, will be most effectively and swiftly, by the result of the practice we train now. Also here very much talking about, there's a detailed teachings we can discuss about that, but no time. Yeah. So Lama Tsongkhapa says that is to say, repeated reflection, evolution and definition, understanding the path of the meditation for Maya arrays. The compendium of training also says, thus you should meditate continuously on all kind of giving away, guarding, purifying, increasing your body's possession and merit. So in Lamrim Chemo, there are few meditation objects. There are many kind of meditation objects. Meditation object like discursive meditation object, meditation you do to purify delusions, meditation you do to train single point concentrations, etc. So during we as like a trainer, as a training on the path, we should allocate many different retreat to do many different form of meditations. Then certain meditation will help directly to purify negativity. Certain meditation will help to realize conventional truth. Certain meditation will help to gain shamatha. Certain meditation will help to realize emptiness. All this benefit will come in our way. Okay, I read Lama Tsongkhapa said, with regard to the meditation that, according to the statement, should be done on the basis of each of the three bodies, possessions, and root of the virtues, in connection with all four activities, giving away, guarding, purifying, increasing. So you see, in the sutra also has this impact of meditation, to achieving four activities. Then it also will bring the impact in the tantra, the four activities of the deities, like that, like such as increasing, controlling, pacifying, lawful activities. All these realization capabilities will be achieved, by doing all these different meditations. So there are both kinds. Analytical meditation, which is practiced by the analyzing with the wisdom of fine investigation, and placement meditation, in which the mind is placed single-pointedly without analysis. Now, what kind of path is analytical meditation and what kind of path is placement meditation? For meditation such as the cultivation of the faith in the spiritual teacher, the preciousness of the freedom and the endowments, and how difficult it is to find them, death in impermanent action and their effect, the fall of self-existence, and the cultivation of bodhicitta, analytical meditation is necessary. Each of them require an awareness that has great strength and the ability to subdue the mind of the long time. Because if those are the absent, their counterpart, disrespect, and the like cannot be prevented. Also, the generation of such as the awareness dependent on nothing but the meditation repeatedly analyzing through fine investigation. For example, just as the instant attachment arises when you closely examine yourself with the object of attachment, exaggerating its pleasant features, so intense hatred arises when you repeatedly think of the many unpleasant features of the enemy. So in the case of cultivating this path, no matter whether the image of the object appear clearly, the mind's way of apprehending it must be intense and long-lasting, and it requires analytical meditation. In the context of practicing shamatha, which enable you to place the mind on the whatever object you wish, someone whose mind has been unable to stay on the one object will be able to generate the samatha if he keeps analyzing, and placing meditation is required for that. Some who do not understand this approach may claim that if you are a scholar, you should only do analytical meditation, while if you are sadhu, meditator, you should only do placement meditation. But this is not correct, because each of them need to do both. Scholar also need to achieve shamatha, and the sadhu also need to achieve strong faith in the spiritual teacher and the like. Therefore, the idea that repeated analysis using the wisdom of the fine investigation belong to the context of study and reflection rather than to the context of practice is incorrect. The notion that all thoughts involve apprehending sign and therefore create obstacle to enlightenment has false of not differentiating between improper mental attention apprehending true existence and a proper mental attention thinking of reality. The idea that you must achieve the non-conceptual concentration that allows you to place the mind on the single object as you wish, and that if you do a lot of analytical meditation beforehand, it will prevent the arising of the concentration is contrary to the present instruction. For example, a skillful goldsmith burns gold or silver in the fire and washes it in the water again and again, removing all the impurities and making it very plain, so that it can be made into whatever jewel one wish, such as earrings. Likewise, at first, you meditate on the affliction and the secondary affliction and non-virtuous action and their effect in the case of bad conduct and the faults of self-existence, in the order in which they are presented. By meditating with analytical wisdoms on such faults again and again, you become completely downhearted and mentally rejected, like burning gold in fire, whereby you turn away from the non-virtuous side and clear away those defilements. Next, you meditate on the excellent qualities of the spiritual friend and the preciousness of the freedom and endowments, the excellent qualities of the three jewels, virtuous actions and their effect, the benefit of bodhicitta, and so on, in the order in which they are presented. By meditating with the wisdom of the fine investigation on such excellent qualities again and again, your mind becomes drenched with them, and you develop clarifying faith, like washing gold with the water, whereby you turn towards the virtuous side and take delight in it. Thus, the mind is saturated with the virtuous quality. When it has been transformed in that way, whether you wish to achieve samatha or special insight, you will achieve it without difficulty when your mind is focused on it. That is why such an analytical meditation is the best means of achieving the non-conceptual concentration. That is how Arya Sangha also put it. For example, when the smith or his skillful apprentice burn gold or silver in the fire and washes it with water a couple of times in order to remove all impurities and stain, it become a plant and malleable for the fashioning this or that ornament. Their method is clearly evident. So those with the appropriate mastery of the smith or the skillful apprehending can be fashioned whatever ordinary or whatever ornament they wish using a smith tool. Likewise, a yogic ensure that this mind is not turned towards impurities and stains such as the covetousness and cultivate disenchantment, delighting his mind by focusing on to the stresses of the afflicted mind, but on the virtuous side instead. That yogics doubtlessly train his mind in either the side of samatha or the side of special insight, such that either it is closely applied to this and that, or it is resting in its natural state, unmoving and unwavering. It can also be directed for the sake of perfectly achieving whatever purpose he has contemplated. Furthermore, the main hindrances to the mind abiding on the object continuously is twofold: laxity and excitement. If you have a strong and constant awareness that sees the excellent qualities of the three jewels and so forth, it is quite easy to overcome laxity. For many valid sources says that it is antidotes is to uphold the mind by looking at excellent qualities. If you have a strong and constant awareness that sees the form of impermanence, sufferings, and so forth, it is quite easy to overcome excitement. For excitement, it is the distracted mind belonging to the category of attachment, and many texts praises disenchantment as it is antidote. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Then sorry for taking some of your time. Yeah. So actually, the last part, when just keep reading, that is supposed to be our sessions, but I've been keep distracted by, it is too yummy. So then can't stop. So it's too yummy, can't stop. That's like that become long-winded. Yeah. So anyway, I rejoice and thank you. Yeah, thank you very much for Lungu Center and especially Felix for many years, many years. Yeah, since I think the time of the Rejung Gyatso retreat with Kyabje Lama Sopa Rinpoche in Bendigo, since then he requests, and every year, many times. Then all the other centers in Switzerland that who also, take part of it. Then Chadong Chendong Center in Australia, Venerable Lindy. Then MEDA, the Taitung Foundation that who's helping to, share the Dharma teaching to the students in mainland. Then all the other individuals around the world that who came to participate for this few, I think, 4 weekends, isn't it? So, yeah, from my side, I think it's been really meaningful. So much merit, and I thank to each and every one of you. And I hope that you also gain some benefit out of it. But as far as concerned, meritorious wise, collectively, I think we have generated immense of merit, so that we dedicate this collective merit of ours from all these sessions, and the merit of the past and future, all the merits of the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and sentient beings, the gurus. We dedicate this. All the sentient beings to be free from oceans of samsaric suffering, its causes karma and delusion, actualize for temporary happiness after the ultimate happiness or enlightenment accordingly. May this collective merit be a complete cause. Whatever inconvenience the world is experiencing, the war, the natural disaster, the diseases, whatever inconvenience, even for individually to do with health, wealth, the relationship, be pacified without delay even a moment by the power of this collective merit. May this collective merit become the cause. Anyone who passed away, in particular in the last 49 days, be free from suffering of death, suffering of intermediate state, suffering of rebirth, actualize higher rebirth in Buddha's pure realm, and within that Buddha's pure realm, they actualize full enlightenment accordingly. May this collective merit become the cause. All the precious beings like His Holiness and all the precious gurus and yourself, your family members, always enjoy good health, a long life, and fulfill all your aspirations accordingly. May this collective merit become the cause. Most precious Guru Kyabje Lama Sopa, which has all his holy wishes be fulfilled, and may we have the meritorious resources to actualize unmistaken reincarnation and have all the conducive conditions to carry the Rinpoche's legacy to serve the Dharma, so the sentient being accordingly as Rinpoche aspires. May this collective merit become the cause. All the virtuous institutions like monasteries, nunneries, all the Dharma centers, any institution that which cultivate the virtue, wisdom, and be in the service of sentient being, be free from outer serious obstacles, actualize all the conducive conditions to preserve the virtue, preserve the Dharma in extensive learning, actualize the realization on the stages of power accordingly. May this collective merit be complete cause. May each and every one of us able to practice according with what Lama Tsongkhapa taught in the Lamrim, in the Middle and Lamrim. We are able to follow the exact footstep of Lama Tsongkhapa and actualize enlightenment within this very lifetime for the benefit of all sentient beings accordingly. So then I will quickly recite. So then you can just now Felix says want to do the long mandala. So I think I already took a lot of time. So you can just do the short mandala after this one verse of dedication prayer. Okay. On dagi jinye zabe gewa de tendang ruwa kola kambe da chabra chuse losan chaba tembe nyingbo rendo sa shi so. Yeah, so then if you have any specific dedication that you wish to do from your side for your family members, yourself, please do now. And also please dedicate for all the people all the pets that who requested prayer from me. Please help everybody to also pray for them. Okay. Jawade Nyododa Lama Zangi Drugyone Duwaji Jamane Pate Salako Prosho Chanjo Semjoren Boje Maje Panam Kiju Javanya Pame Payone Kondo Rasho Tonye Tawarin Boje Maje Panam Jeju Javanya Pame Payone Kondo Pevasho Nye Tawarin Boje Maje Panam Jeju Javanya Pame Payone Kondo Pevarayesh Jambe Bawe Chitra Kimbada Kundo Sambo de Antisi Jete Dagonje Sotado Javade Datam Jerabdo Sunjepe Javatam Jete Movagana Chudunga Bade Tashinjive Sawa de Gunya Sambo Jerabdo Movaji Pamazim Jetam Jeten Dante using and Rotam Jetado Dona Chanjo Sambagana Suju Badeta Kunjimona Juju Semjene Bachini Banyudo Netagis Doene Maluba Dado Joa Meva Jo Garera Venkovich and dependent of Malijo and Neteres and one Tenja. Shabese de Bado Dengerji, Doni Ninjondo Jubela, Zejo Kanje, Dendogan Channel. So what is Ocean Delondo show, Jason Lame Kuzer of the Jananga Tele Jojo Yamato, San Tempe to Messazoji, to Vemozeta to Jeju, Jawagundo Yanda Lamada Tamechi, Pala Longes. Sadalam Yen de Rabzone Doje Janji Gomba Yudo Show, Bedanzo Mikabi Shendo, Passam Simjera Wakujo. Samba Chijin Drive, Draji, Shochum de Jabata Jabayanda Bazobes and Namana Zubi Jabala Charles, Joseph Sambachu, Kudu Sambola Charles, Tayada on Bezadi, all Budanism, the Rudu Zamages, or Tayada on Bezadi, all Budanism, the Rudu Zamages, or Tayada on Bezadi, all Budanism, the Rudu Zamages. Tayadon Benzadia Budanism, the Rudu Zamages, Jimmy Jabayanda Bazobes and Yamada Molanda Geradu, Javola Charles, Major Javation of the Tendelo Ame. Dajala Zanda Vedando Yananda Bending to Jay, Dembaji, Dengamzo Jumana, Demba Nivation to Sama, there's a pollution. Demba Yure, Nebe, Dashi Junimondele, Sendele, Nimegoyandele, Zedado, Kunjo Sumji, Dashi. Oh, thank you very much, everyone, for your kind efforts. And all the SPCs, PETA, also the center who helping to make this possible also, and all the individuals that who also handle the then also that forget about the Russia, the Damas Center, the Anisha, Andrea, and Venerable Zoksang. For translating, then all the other translators, for everyone making this possible. So thank you so much. So now for the continue of this text, it may not happen for a few months, but then whenever it's free, then we'll do section by section, and that will be very much announced from the Lungu Center, or then like Taitung Foundation Center, etc. Then such as the Russia and Taitung, like that. Okay. So thank you very much, and please take good care of yourself. Take good care of each other, and all of you will be in my heart.
Recording stop.
Then the homework, specifically on Guru devotion and all the teaching that we have covered up to now, you can try to master it, also, especially in the practice. Okay. So thank you so much, and take care. Bye bye.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Geshe-la, from my
Thank
heart.
you.
So much,
Thank
Geshe-la.
you, Guru.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Thank you. Take
Thank
care.
you so much, Geshe-la. Geshe-la, we strongly request for the continuation of the next
See
module.
you.
so much.
Bye-bye.
Yes.
Thank you, Geshe-la. Please
Take
see you
care.
very, very
Liman.
soon. We continue the section.
Yeah, every one of you will be in my prayers, okay? Everyone who participated here will be in my daily prayers. And may the time to time remind also about prayers for everybody. So all of you will be in my heart, my prayers. And please take good care, and see you very soon. Take care.
Thank you so much, Geshe-la, from my heart.
Thank you.
Hope
Take
to
care.
see you soon this year.
See you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And thank you everyone for joining us for this intensive week. 4 weekends of teaching. Thank you very much. Really appreciate. We hope to pray for the continuation of long-range study together for the rest of the year. And we hope that will happen in September, October, whenever Geshe-la have time. 所以非常感恩大家的参与啊！这是所有的同学，来自世界各地的中文的同学。我们希望在这个不久的将来，这个9月份、10月份呢，可以继续跟格西学习。我们这边也欢迎大家参加我们菩提道自己的学习班。So we have a long-range study group that continues every Wednesday to read long-range together, in Chinese, of course. But we welcome everyone to join, and we hope we pray for. To study as a group together to continue the positive energy. And also those of you who need continual prayers, please do share the names. We submit the names to our teachers and especially Geshe-la for from time to time for dedication. 我们这边有很多为大家做回向的机会啊，所以有任何的事情的时候啊，可以把你们的需要回向的这个名字时不时的递给我们，我们请所有的师长以及格西来做这些回向，也希望大家能参加我们的学习班，这个一起在学习菩提道次第的这个广论每周3的都有这个学习的机会。那非常感恩大家的参与，然后我们呢这个所有的这个报告，这个供养的报告会用书面的发给大家谢谢大家的谢谢大家的这个功德的供养，我们觉得是非常好的缘起Thank you so much for all of your benefit and donation to Geshe-la. We will give a report for the offerings that we gave to Geshe, and then we thank you for your participation and the positive energy shared during this course. And please take care.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Maida,
Maida.
for the
Translation.
Thank you. And we have
Thank you, Maida.
Thank you, Maida. Thank you.
Thank you all. We have Selena, our FPMD Southeast Asia coordinator here, and it's very auspicious that we all together as a group from everywhere in the countries. I think there are maybe 4 or 5 or 6, 7 different countries this time studying together. Yeah, so very, very auspicious. Thank you all and take care.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.